Good job.
Hell yeah, brother.
Mike, thanks, man.
That was great.
What's going on, Fire Team? Welcome back to Shift Fire, the exploration and appreciation of all things military culture. My name is Cameron Fath. I'm a former Army Ranger, and with me, as always, the awesome co-host,
Israel Wright, former Green Beret. It's good to be back, folks. Today, we're going to do an episode of Field Training Exercise. We're very excited to be out here on the range with the one and only Mike Levy.
Name is Mike Levy, former law enforcement SWAT guy, retired last year after about 14 years, and now I run a full-time training organization, cater both to law enforcement and civilian performance training, and we're going to do some baseline performance training today. So I thought today we'd work on presentations, which is basically drawing the weapon and firing the weapon. Now there's something I want to mention. How many times have you guys heard slow down and make your hits? What if I told you that slowing down had nothing to do with your accuracy or your speed? So the way that we're going to accomplish that is we're going to go through a process of drawing or presenting the weapon. And we're going to identify what is slowing us down in that process. And part of that is the term economy of motion. And that is us eliminating the non-purposeful movement that gets us on target quickly. So the first stage is getting to the shot. The next stage is, okay, now that I'm to the shot, I got to be able to take the shot.
Yes.
So we're going to kind of separate those right now and see where we're at. How does that sound?
sounds good to me,
Sounds
man.
really good, man. Yeah.
I'm excited.
All right, let's do it. So what I'd like both of you to do is verify there's no magazine in the gun and lock the slide to the rear, verify that the gun is empty.
Gun is empty.
Once you've done that, you can recover the gun to the holster. All right, so on the command of up, you'll draw and orient that weapon towards the target. Ready? Up! And recover to the holster. Ready? Up! All right, and recover. So this tells me a lot about both of you watching your presentation. Both pretty good. Now, where am I seeing non-purposeful movement? I'm not seeing a whole lot of it, but I am seeing a greater priority on draw here than I am here.
Okay.
So what would prevent you from drawing that weapon a little faster?
What would prevent me from drawing it faster?
Is it a decision or is it mechanics?
I guess a decision.
All right, so I want you to decide to draw that weapon a little faster.
Okay.
Okay? All right, ready? Up. Excellent. And recover. Ready? Up. All right, couple things we're going to address. Number one, what are we doing with our support hand?
I prefer placing the support hand as close to the holster as possible to minimize the distance the gun has to travel once it exits the holster and present it to the target. So,
Okay, so your focus on your support hand is how do I connect it or marry it with my handgun as early in the process as possible, right?
Yes.
Do you have a different reason?
Mine's mostly muscle memory because bringing it here, I have it here to meet, to bring it up, clasp them both, and then get it out there.
So I'm going to put that support hand in a place that is intuitive to do what you say. Marry up to and create a master grip with both hands. So I'm going to place that hand on the command of up somewhere that's intuitive to my draw. And I'm going to return it back to the same place on recovery. So what I'd like you to work on is putting that hand in a place that is intuitive to your presentation. So that's really the premise behind it. I'm putting it in a place of efficiency. I am negating any type of potential for me to put a round through my hand. Give me the command. Ready? Up. Good. And recover. Return the hand to the same place. Systematic process. Ready? Up. Excellent. All right. So if I asked you to go at 100% speed, as fast as you possibly could drawing your weapon, let's see what that happens to your mechanics. Okay? So I want you to give me 110% on this draw. Doing the same thing we just did. Ready? Up. Good. And recover. What could you evaluate change from your comfortable, slower draw?
when you start to build the speed takes priority over your mechanics. So you start to miss things, right, in your systematic process. I've obviously identified my index point where I seat, but I start to miss those index point because I'm overshooting essentially where I've been training at.
So what we start evaluating is that there's a breakdown in mechanics when I increase speeds.
Exactly.
But when you presented the gun out, did you feel that the gun kind of wanted to take you with it.
Yes.
So there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is that you are not using the right parts of your body to stop that inertia. So what I want you to try is I want you to try using your arms as a brake. So I'm braking here and I'm not letting the gun take me with it. So all I want you to do is just make the mental connection. I'm going to stop the momentum here with my arms and not stop it with my body. Ready? Up. There you go. Good. And recover. Feel the difference? See,
Yeah.
I'm not really giving you anything other than a mental connection with where to stop momentum, and it's changing your mechanics, right?
Yes.
I'm not really giving you a skill. I'm just having you change where you're stopping this momentum from occurring. So for this next segment, I'm going to slow down the mechanics because you need to have an innate relationship with your trigger here, right? So at 20% speed, I'm now going to draw. As the gun is oriented, I'm going to transition my finger into the trigger guard, make contact with the trigger, take up the slack of the trigger, come to the wall, and hold that wall till I'm at sight picture. Up. Again, your prep, and break the shot. Good. Up. Excellent. And recover. So part 2 of the equation is once we go back to 100% speed on the presentation, I'm at prep. I'm just simply going to hold till I'm at sight picture. Now, whether we do that slow or we do that fast, are we not creating the same input to justify the shot? I'm at sight picture. I got there fast.
Yeah.
I'm simply pressing the trigger when I'm at sight picture. What improves your accuracy is not pressing the trigger when you don't have a shot.
Yes.
Right? Makes sense? So we're kind of changing the way people process that. So we've done this dry fire exercise. We don't want to discount the value of dry fire, right?
Yes.
No.
I mean, that's probably one of the most poignant things for the audience is we just accomplished so much without a projectile coming out of the gun.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, this is where the rubber meets the road. Train dry fire, train your presentations, train your trigger press. All of it can be done dry fire.
You can do this on your couch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now that we're going to shoot a projectile, what is absolutely necessary for a round to go off? Number
Trigger
one, validation of accuracy, right? And number 2, recoil mitigation. The ability to manage the recoil. We can't do that dry fire. So as a result, we're going to have to fire at least 2 rounds so we can get some level of recoil mitigation in. I want you to hold the shot and take 2 reasonably paced shots. So let me just demonstrate what it's going to look like. We're going to get to the target pretty fast, and we're going to hold this and recover the weapon. Show that discretion on pressing the shot until you've made the shot. Ready? Up. So what happened?
I mean, I lost my sight picture was off.
So I can tell you exactly what he was looking at when he pressed the shot. He was not looking at his front sight. You were staying target focused, correct? So I'm going to say one thing. We're going to let him go and remediate. You stand by.
I have a red dot sight.
All I
want
want to make sure that you're doing right now is front sight focus.
Okay.
So draw the weapon at a high rate of speed, come to front sight, watch your front sight, target blurry, front sight clear, and I'm going to get 2 hits. Ready? Up. Front sight. So instantly fix the problem, right? And that's just a matter of understanding. It's not, you have the skill, it's just a matter of understanding. Ready? Up. Good work, guys. So, do you feel a nature of competition at all with each other?
Absolutely.
Yes,
I want to be better than him.
100% all
so,
the time.
So, I'm going to jump in this equation too.
Get in here.
And the only reason I'm going to jump in the equation is because we're going to see if my interaction will affect your performance.
Absolutely it will.
Meaning, will you hit the target trying to beat me?
Absolutely.
And ultimately, what this is telling you is the only person you end up beating is yourself.
Yes.
Because I am inconsequential to you getting 2 hits on target. Right? That makes sense?
Yep.
All right.
Shooter ready. Up.
Miss or hit?
Second miss, first hit. I'll be honest.
I totally messed up my grab. I was
All right.
I was
So
right over there.
the learning point here is once again, you can only take a shot that you make.
Up.
Good job.
Hell yeah, brother.
Mike, thanks, man.
That was great.
Well, guys, what do you think?
Great, man. Awesome knowledge transfer. You know, there's
you're like you said, you're always a student, right? You can always strive to be better. So I appreciate the knowledge, man. That was super fun. Israel.
Man, Mike, what I appreciate about the way that you communicate is sometimes people just want to be told what to do, and the way that you communicate is almost, it's in the realm of ideas and theories, and then you're able to really bring it down into the practical application, right? Which is what FTX is really all about. And so I really appreciate that, because a lot of the stuff you're talking about, it expands the mind rather than just, I'm just a robot, just taking orders from you.
And you know, really the operative word is the why behind things. You know, you understanding intellectually as a person who is trying to work on a specific skill set, the why becomes very relevant. You know, why are you doing this? What are the implications of it? And both of you were able to try something, execute it successfully, and now you have a little bit of information that you can go and make meaningful changes to your own performance. We got to think more progressively. So we're going to do some more work together for sure.
Absolutely, man. I look forward to it. Absolutely. And we hope you look forward to it as well. Mike, I know this was a little bit of a sample of what you offer for your courses. So if the viewers are interested in participating or getting a little bit more information about it, where can they get a hold of you?
Absolutely. I have a webpage, assaultdynamics.com. I'm also do have social media. Knockout Lights is my name, and I do post all my classes to my social media profiles, both on Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok. But I don't dance.
You don't dance?
Oh,
man.
well, maybe I might start.
You might start.
You've got some moves, that's for sure.
You got some moves. Big man can move, I can tell you. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed watching this video of FTX. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you can stay up on the latest and greatest from all things Shift Fire. Get in that comment section. Let us know ideas for future episode of FTX that you would love to see featured. And as always, stay sexy, Fire Team. We'll catch you on the next one. Shooter ready. Up.
Miss or hit?
Second miss, first hit. I'll be honest.
I totally messed up my grab. I was
all right. So
the
the learning point here is, once again, you can only take a shot that you make.